So my name is Mike Boccia. Wow, I don't know how to change my name. My name is Mike Boccia. I'm the founder and CEO of IDecide Interactive, but I can't change my name on Zoom, so that's not good. Can't figure that out, but I can create an interactive technology. So I'm excited to be with you guys tonight. We're going to cover a lot tonight. My goal is for the next 45 minutes is to share a bunch of stuff. I think we have a bunch of different people on the call tonight. So some of you guys may be already using IDecide and maybe just want to learn, okay, what can I do to improve my results, make it easier to use, and that's cool. We'll cover that. Some of you guys may have just signed up and said, I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. So don't worry, we'll get you started. Some of you guys maybe have not even signed up yet or have just heard IDecide floating around Super Patch World and you're saying, okay, what is this thing? So we'll cover some of that too. So as I said, we're going to cover a lot. And then I hope we'll have some time at the end to even cover some Q&A. But I won't waste any more time. Let's jump right in. So today we're going to cover a couple of things. We're going to talk a little bit about what IDecide is and why it works. We're going to talk about, of course, how to use it. And then we'll cover some of our best practices, some things that we've heard from users like you that we know work well, so we can give you that little bit of an edge when you're using IDecide. All right, so let's jump in with what IDecide is. So here's the deal. I was in your space. I was in the network marketing space with a financial network marketing company for 18 years. And when I was in that, I started off not doing very well at all. By the time I was done 18 years later, I was one of the top levels in the company, did very well. But there were a couple of things that I said, man, if I could just crack the code on these few things, and I've heard them for the last 7 years that we've been in business too. So I know that it's still a challenge in the network marketing space, in the affiliate marketing world, actually in sales in general, sales and recruiting. These are the things that I said if I could change, I would be able to transform my business. So number one was duplication. So we are all looking to duplicate ourselves, right? Or you're brand new to the business and trying to duplicate someone else in the company that you want to be like, right? So you'd say, man, if I could only do my presentation as well as so-and-so, then I would be able to kick butt. If you are that kick butt so-and-so person, you're probably saying, man, if I can only get my people to do the presentation as well as I do. So duplication is always an issue. Compliance is another issue. I want my people to be able to say, I can do this. But I also want them to say it, do the presentation properly so that we can all stay in business, right? So oftentimes with a new associate and someone new in the company, they don't know how to do a presentation, so they stumble through it. And sometimes they say things they shouldn't be saying, right? They over-exaggerate things, not necessarily out of malice, but just because they don't know what to say and they're excited, so they start spewing out stuff. So compliance is an issue. The attention span of the viewer is very important. So the statistic now is that 91% of people admit to daydreaming during a presentation. 91% admit to it. So it's probably closer to 100%, right? So I may have lost some of you guys already. Some of you guys might already be checking your phone or your Facebook or what have you. So I can't get offended by that, but I need to be aware of that because it affects my business, right? So attention span is a major concern nowadays, and our attention spans are shrinking every day. And time. So here's a fun fact. In the 18 years that I was in the network marketing space, I estimated that I had done over 25,000 presentations. And I think how many of those presentations were, how much of that time was wasted on people who either just weren't interested or just weren't qualified, and I didn't want to work with them. Maybe they weren't the most upstanding people or what have you. But time is a major factor. So that's when I went back to a whiteboard and I just erased it. And I said, what if I could start over? What if I could reimagine presentations? What would I want them to be? What would my dream list include? And these are the things I came up with. I'd want them to be fun, so people actually enjoyed watching them. What a concept, right? I want them to be professional and effective and represent my brand in a very professional and I want them to I want people to watch it and go, man, that's awesome. It would elevate my brand just by seeing a presentation. I want them to be short, right? Because of the attention span. Of course, I would want them to be smart. We live in a data-driven world right now. So I need the data. Salespeople all the time, recruiters, I say, how'd the presentation go? I think it went well. I feel like I could have done this better. Thinking and feeling, that's not data. We need to know what's working, what's not working, so we can change it and improve it. Duplicatable, I want them to be a great recruiting tool. So as soon as someone saw it, they'd say, I can do this, right? I'm not a great presenter or a great speaker, but I can do this. And I'd want them to be automated, right? To save me the time. So I'm only spending my time with people. You guys, I cannot tell you how many times I've done a presentation for someone where the whole presentation was, let me show you who we are, what we do. Well, if I could skip that step and they already know who we are and what we do and they want to talk to me, that would be a game changer. And all that time would be saved. So that's how we came up with IDecide. IDecide is a short, personalized, fully automated, multimedia, interactive presentation. So what does all that mean? That's what we're going to cover over the next few minutes. So here's how it works. You guys, you can send an IDecide any way you would send a message. Text, email, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, it doesn't matter, Telegram. If you could send a message, you could send an IDecide presentation. When the prospect clicks the link that you send them, their screen comes to life with graphics, animation, video, whatever's necessary to share that story in the most engaging and interesting way possible. The prospect then, this is the secret sauce, they get to answer questions, they get to make choices on the screen, so they choose to see only what they are interested in seeing. So if they're interested in learning about the business opportunity, they learn more about the business opportunity. They want to learn more about the patches, they learn more about the patches. If they just want to get straight to the end and buy the patches, let them get straight to the end and buy the patches, right? So they're in control 100% of the time. On your end, you get text or email notifications letting you know someone started, and again, letting you know when they finished. The finished one tells you everything about the presentation, what they chose, what the answers were, what they chose to do at the end. And then you have a status bar on your dashboard that I'll show you in a second. So just by looking at one simple screen, you can see the status of every presentation you've sent. And then, because this always will be a people business, we're even going to send you reminders to follow up with that person. So we're going to send you 1, 3, and 5 day follow-up reminders letting you know, hey, Mike just finished watching yesterday. Have you called him yet? And then if you did, you press a button, it disables the future one, so you're not bombarded and getting all confused. So that's what it is, and it works. You guys, this is some of the feedback that we've gotten from our people. Best marketing tool I've ever seen. Saves me so much time. It does the first appointment for me. That was the goal when I first created it. I want to be able to send a presentation so people know who we are, what we do, and now I'm only spending my time with people who have already seen it and want to learn more. This is one of our network marketing customers. This is a big leader in network marketing company. She has a 90% close rate when she sets it up correctly with prospects. I'll show you exactly what she says in a moment. This gentleman, 2 appointments from social media posts within 15 minutes. So all good stuff. You guys, right now we're in 94 countries. That has to be updated. We're in 21 languages now. Over 8 million IDecide presentations have been viewed over the last 7 years that we've been in business, which means that on average, an IDecide has been viewed somewhere in the world once every 30 seconds for the last 7 years. So I'm not saying this stuff to impress you guys. I want to impress upon you that we've been doing this for a while. People are using it. We're not using super patches, the guinea pigs, and testing it on you guys. I wouldn't do that to you. We've been around. Some of the biggest companies in the world use us, and I want you to have confidence in the tool you're using. All right. Let's talk about why most of you guys are here, which is how the heck do I use this cool tool? So let's just jump in and show you exactly how to send a presentation. You guys, it is very simple. But I know technology is, learning any new technology sometimes feels overwhelming. So let's just walk right through it. All right, so 2 ways to send a presentation. You can use our website. So you'd log in at login.idecide.com, or you can use the mobile app. So we'll cover both. But here's the website. So when you log in, you'll see our system is set up. We call it a tile system. So you see at the top here, you can go see your contacts. You can post a link on social media here. Tutorials and FAQs, accounts is where you change your email or whatever, change your billing information, your analytics. So everything is just clicked with a tile, right? First thing you want to do is add a contact, right? So you can import them on the lower right here, where you can import them through a CSV file, or you can add one using the plus sign here, right? First time you log in, you can click here and just click on add someone. But once you have a name in there, that will disappear. So let's just say I want to add a contact. I click the plus sign, and another tile appears. The first and the last name are the only required fields. So you see the asterisk is only on the first and last name. The rest is optional. Choose to enter as much or as little as you want. It's totally up to you, right? So I click on Mike Jones. I save it. Mike is now in my contact list. And you see the status here shows that I've never sent him a presentation yet. You see this little pen icon here, this little pencil icon. That's if you want to edit the information, edit the contact's information. So if you put in Mike Jones and you realize that you spelled his name wrong, you can edit the contact here, all right? So this says you've never sent him a presentation yet. So we want to send him a presentation. We click on his name and another tile pops up. So now is when you would choose the drop-down menu here. You would choose the presentation you want to send. Right now, you guys only have one, right? We have a list of languages that Superpatch sent us. So we'll be translating this presentation into other languages. So you'll have a bunch of different languages. We're going to add a product-only presentation and in all the different languages. So eventually, you'll have a ton of presentations in there, which you don't have to pay anything more for, by the way. So you'll choose the presentation you want to send and click Next. And the system has now created a unique link for Mike Jones. Now you have 4 ways that you can send this presentation, right? You can copy this to the clipboard, right, which is a short message along with the unique URL. Or you can copy just the URL. If you scroll down, this is just an image. If it were a live site, you could scroll down. You can see the tippy top of it here. It's embed your presentation. It'll give you an embed code if you want to embed a presentation into a landing page or a website. Scroll down even further, you'll see a QR code that's been generated that you can copy and paste. So you can choose whichever one you like. And if I copy that to the clipboard, it says copied, and now I close it. And so if you're part of the 91% that's daydreaming and I lost you, come on back for a second. Come on back, pay attention. This is very important. The website does not send the presentation for you, okay? You can send it through your phone, but if you're on the website, remember I click copy to clipboard. I have to paste it someplace now. So then I would open my email or my WhatsApp, and then I would paste the link into a message, okay? The system, the status has changed to sent, because it's going to assume, well, Mike, you just created a presentation for Mike, you copied it, we're assuming you sent it, okay? And it'll tell you which presentation you sent and at what time you sent it. But please understand, the website does not send the presentation. You created the link, now you have to paste it somewhere to send it, okay? So you send it to Mike, he clicks that link, this is what he sees. First thing he sees is his name. So we have his name or the viewer's name in all the presentations. That alone, you guys, has been proven to increase engagement 3-fold just by seeing your name. So we scatter their name throughout the presentation. It has your name in it also, right? So he knows that, okay, this isn't spam. I remember Jane said she was going to send this to me, and your name is in the lower left-hand corner throughout the presentation, right? So they always know how to get in touch with you if they need you. All right, he clicks to watch the presentation, your status changes. It tells you he opened the link. When he starts to watch it, that'll change to started. So I've just sent the presentation, he's opened it. Excuse me. Now, but that, by the way, that's called a personalized link. That's where we created a contact, Mike Jones. We clicked his name and sent him a personalized link. All he has to do is click the link, start watching it. The other way to send a presentation is through post a link. And again, that's where you post a link on social media. So if I want to do that, I click on the post a link, another tile pops up, right? I'm going to click the drop down arrow, choose the presentation I want to send. Click next. Now it's going to give me the option to share it directly to Facebook. So if you're logged into your Facebook account, you can just click that button and it'll go right to your Facebook. Or I can copy the URL, or scroll down, copy the embed code, or scroll down further, copy the QR code. So it's your choice. But here's the difference, you guys. When you use post a link, here's what they see. Remember when Mike clicked the link that we sent him? Instantly he saw his name, your name, the presentation was ready to go. When you post on social, we don't know their name yet, right? So this is the first screen they're going to see. It's going to require them to enter their name and their email address. Okay, phone number is optional because that's what we've seen to work the best. But they're going to have to enter their name and email address and click watch. When they do that, that does two things. It puts Susan's name into the presentation. It also adds Susan's name to your contact list. So you might wake up in the morning after posting a link on social media and see 3 or 4 new contacts. We actually had one user email us and said, I think my account's been hacked. There are people on my contact list I don't know. That's from your post a link, right? You posted it on social and now people are watching it. So that's how post a link works. Here's a big reminder though, you guys. When you do use post a link, you definitely want to include a message that will make them want to enter their info and watch it. This is the reality of the world we live in, right? People are skeptical of clicking a link anywhere, right? They're so afraid of getting hit with a virus or something, much less clicking a link and then entering their name and email. Now they're doubly aware, right? They're doubly skeptical. So you've got to make sure that when you post a link on social, you include an intriguing message, something that's going to make them want to enter their information. And of course, it'll be in your own voice, but this interactive presentation will blow your mind. You'll thank me later. Whatever it is, it's going to intrigue them enough to click the link, make them want to watch, okay? All right, let's move on to the app. So all that was on the website. This is how to send a presentation through the app. The app is available on Google and the Apple Store. It's free. That's the icon. So if you see something similar, IDecide, that want to charge you, this is the IDecide interactive app that's free. And you click on the link, download the app, and then you'll log in once with your email address and password that you signed up with. So here's the cool part, you guys. They're both interchangeable. So if you enter information to the website, it'll appear in your app and vice versa. So they totally sync. So you log into the app in very similar setup as the website, right? You want to add a contact, but here's the key with the app. The app is strictly for sending presentations. So we made this very down and dirty. I just want to send presentations quick while I'm out and about on my phone. You'll see this doesn't have the analytics and the account information, the FAQs. All that's on the web app. You can still watch it on your phone. You can still get in on your phone. You just have to log in, through Chrome or Safari. But you can't access that stuff through the app. The app, I just want to send presentations. So you meet someone at the grocery store and you start up a chat while you're online and you say, oh, hey, let me send you a cool interactive experience for you to watch. Boom. And you enter their name, John Doe, boom, now save. And John now is in your contact list, right? Very simple. I can add it while on the fly. Cool thing about the app, you guys, is you can import contacts directly from your device, from your phone. So you click on import, and it'll ask, do you want to import one person or multiple? You click on multiple. It'll now open your contacts and let you select which ones you want to include in your app. So you choose the ones you want to upload, boom, done. In seconds, you could have all your contacts, a bunch of contacts from your phone imported into your app. Now you want to send a presentation. You guys, 4 clicks, you can send a presentation from the app. Click on John's name, send an IDecide, and it'll, again, which presentation do you want to send? The cool thing about the app, remember on the website, guys, we had to copy and paste the link. We don't have to do that in the app. If you chose to send it through text, it'll open your text application. It'll insert the short message along with the URL for that Mike's or John's presentation in this case. You can always edit the message if you like, and you just click send and it's gone. You don't have to copy, paste, all that stuff. The app is super cool, very simple to use. If you chose WhatsApp, if you're logged into your WhatsApp, it'll open your WhatsApp and boom, it's gone. Same thing with email. And so very simple to use the app. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Okay, a couple of best practices, things you should keep in mind as you're using IDecide. Number 1, it's not a video. So don't refer to IDecide as a video. So we like to say IDecide is what videos want to be when they grow up. So a couple of reasons we don't want you to refer to it as a video. Number one, technically it's not a video. It's not an MP4 file. It's not an MOV file. It's not a video. You can't upload it to YouTube. So it's not a video. More importantly, we don't want you to refer to it as one because it lessens the value of it in the eyes of the prospect. Here's what I mean. I call my friend Mark and I say, hey, Mark, this is Mike. I started with that company. We're doing amazing things. I think you're really going to enjoy learning about it. I'm going to send you a video to learn and we'll talk later. Okay? Have I impressed Mark at all? Is Mark excited to watch yet another video? He's probably thinking, oh, not another video. All right, send it. But if I call Mark and say, hey, Mark, I started with that company. We're blowing up. Things are unbelievable. I'm going to create an interactive experience for you. You'll see it's going to have your name in it and everything. You're going to get to choose what you want to see. You're going to get to play with the screen. You're going to have a blast, and we'll talk later. See ya. Now Mark goes, what the heck is an interactive experience with my name in it that I'm going to get to? What? Now we've just elevated that presentation in his eyes, right? Now he's looking forward to getting it. So definitely don't refer to it as a video, right? And videos just can't do the things that IDecide can do. We can do amazing stuff that videos can only dream of doing. So it cheapens the impression of the presentation. Instead, use interactive presentation, interactive experience, but video is a four-letter word in IDecide land. And these, like I said, we can show live websites in the presentation. We can do calculations in there. We can schedule appointments right in the presentation. We can show real-time data, like, where the person lives, the date and time, well, not their house, but the city and state that they live in. We could show their house. My programmer said, we can show their house. And I said, nah, it's creepy. Show the city and state. We can show the date and time that they're watching, all kind of cool stuff that videos can't do. So yeah, don't cheapen it by calling it a video.